Ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. Hey, everyone.
What is up? What's up?
I'm Angela.
I'm Ron.
And this is
Chatter of Opinion.
Thank you for joining us
Thank
today.
you. Yep.
We're glad to be here.
We are.
We have a very interesting topic.
We do, especially today since football started. The
God.
Chiefs are playing the Lions. So if you are joining us, we really appreciate you joining us during the first day of football.
Yes, and we're fine with you watching us and real quick watching the game, but any support is support, right?
I know.
We understand. We get it.
We get it. No matter if it's one person or 1,000 people.
Yes.
We appreciate you participating.
We do. So our topic today.
What are we talking about?
We're talking about travel etiquette.
Ooh.
So we recently went on a cruise.
Yes.
A few weeks ago. And so we definitely had some traveling by road. Mm-hmm. We had some traveling with airplane and airports.
Yes.
And also a cruise is what we went on, and hotels, resorts. So we kind of had a mixture of everything on this trip. And we realized a lot of people don't understand etiquette.
Don't understand it at all. Now, the cruise we did go on was a Carnival cruise. We went on there for 7 days to the Western Caribbean, or whatever you want to call it.
2 days too long, my opinion.
Yeah.
It was long.
Possibly. It was a long trip, but it was fun.
We went with
friends and family. So we got a chance to see everything from all walks of life, from everyone around the world that attended this cruise. But etiquette is important.
Some people, you know how they say about common sense?
Common sense
etiquette
ain't really
is
that
one
common.
of the etiquette's the same thing. It ain't as common as you would think.
So let's dive into it. When we first started going, we decided from here to the airport, or from the airports to the hotel, we took it by road, right?
Yes.
So let's talk about etiquette when it comes to road trips. What do we got?
All right. So my first one is merging.
Oh.
People don't understand what merging is.
Especially if you're from Albuquerque. I'm not knocking Albuquerque, but people from Albuquerque do not know how to merge.
Well, there's two sides of the spectrum. There's people who are like, yes, come on, it's 1 to 1 to 1 to 1.
Yeah.
But then there's these slow ass people who merge, but then they're like not going with the flow of traffic.
Okay.
So you're holding it up. So then I'm getting irritated and I'm about to pass you because you're taking too long.
And there's those people that think that they're in more of a rush than you are, and then they decide to merge. Not just a last minute, but a car goes. It's supposed to be a 1-for-1, but a car goes, and then that car behind, So then now
they squeeze themselves in.
Right now you're in a pickle because you don't know what to do. You got to slow down, and now you're affecting traffic because of the fact that this person is on the side of you.
Did you just say pickle?
Yeah, you're in a pickle. You never heard of that expression before?
Not by you.
No? Oh, okay.
Okay, pickle. All right. So yes, merging. A lot of people don't understand it.
Right.
So the next one is when entering. Is it entering freeways?
You can't say that.
When entering freeways, people do not get on the freeway at the speed of everyone who's already on the freeway. They want to, if it's like 65, 75, they're trying to get on the freeway at 45.
Well, sometimes some of the ramps that they have a speed limit on there.
I don't care.
Ooh.
I'm just saying.
Daredevil you are. Some of them do have the speed limit on there that's posted, and it's less than the speed that they're supposed to travel.
No. I get that. Mm-hmm. I get that by the time you get on the freeway, you should be
at that speed.
The
to
speed
keep
that
going.
everyone else is going. Because if I am going 65, because that is the speed limit on the freeway, and all of a sudden you're getting in at 45, you can cause an accident.
Mm-hmm.
You really can. Just like people speeding can cause accidents, people who are going too slow can also cause an accident.
And I did see a cop pull somebody over the other day. They were not on the freeway, but they were on a road, and they were going slow, and people were passing this car, and a cop pulled up and pulled those people over. For going too slow. I think you can get a ticket for driving too slow.
So I used to not have road rage.
Oh.
Nope. I was a pleasant driver till I met this guy.
Oh. What you talking about?
He brings the road rage out of me. I don't know what it is, but he used to be the road rager. And then now there I am. Even if I'm not driving home, babe, I'm like, hurry up and get in. Like,
I don't have road rage now.
Yes, you do.
I'm good.
He's
I'm good.
lying.
But before, everything used to bother me.
Yes.
Okay.
I agree. You were pretty raging.
Yeah.
All right. Next one is tailgating. I can't stand when I just remember my mom, my poor mom, especially as they get older. I know that their reflexes aren't as great. They probably are the ones going the speed limit, which a lot of us don't go the speed limit, and don't lie to yourself because you know you don't.
Okay.
You know you at least go 5 to 10 miles over the speed limit at the least. But as you get older, you do tend to follow the speed limit, and then people like tailgate them. They're like on their butts.
They do.
So I have been tailgated before, and I normally do go over the speed limit, you know.
Don't admit to that.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
And there has been people who have tailgated me too, especially if I'm not in the passing lane. It's like, get off my butt.
Here's my thing. The tailgating thing only bothers me if I'm going faster than the speed limit. Like if I'm speeding and then you're tailgating me and I'm speeding, like, come on, man.
Yeah.
How fast do I have to go for you to get off my butt? You know what I mean?
Or go around me.
Yeah.
Especially if I'm not in the passing lane, go around me.
Period.
So annoying. And then we have when you are aligned with other cars. What does that mean, Ron Trouble?
One of the things I really hate is when, let's say somebody is in the slow lane and then they move over and they get into the fast lane because a car on the side of them is perceived to be going too slow.
Right.
Once they get on the side of that car, they go as slow as the car that they tried to pass.
Yeah, the same speed. Like, what was the point of that?
Yeah, what's the point of even getting over? You should have just stayed behind the car that you were trying to pass.
Yes.
If you're not going to pass.
Because now you're blocking too, because I was also following you to pass.
Right.
And now I'm being held up because you're 1-to-1.
Bothers me to the core. Or if they speed up, they do this speed up. You can see them. You move over to the side, and then they get on the side of you, and then they go slow. So then now I got to go slow with you.
Yeah,
like,
it's ridiculous.
Set the tone already, or get off my butt.
The tone.
Yeah, get
set
off
the
my
tone.
butt. All right, what else we got for
All right,
road
we
travel?
have, okay, so when you're traveling, you normally will stop to put gas.
Okay.
There's along the road, there's a lot of gas stations that are pretty busy. Some of them can get pretty busy, especially if in New Mexico and you go through certain towns. It's like that gas station is the gas station, right?
Yeah.
And so people will go, they'll pump gas, but then they'll leave their car at the gas pump to go inside.
Yes.
No.
To shop though, like
to shop or to use the bathroom or whatever. No, get your car, go park it somewhere else so someone else can use the pump.
Yeah.
It's courtesy.
It's like that when I go to Arizona and you stop at like Hatch or some of those places. People will park in the pump area, and that's like the main travel area because you can't get anything else until you get to like Deming. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, come on, man, pump your gas. Go over there, park your car, and then go inside and shop for your juju beads and your bonbons and your corn nuts or whatever it is that you get inside the gas station.
I agree. It's quite annoying and just inconsiderate. A lot of these things that we're going to talk about are basically self-served, meaning they're only worried about themselves, not considering all those around them.
Right.
So very selfish.
If has any of you guys that are watching have any other annoyances, I guess you could say, when it comes to road trips, when you're on that road and you're traveling, has anything bothered you when it comes to you traveling road wise?
Crystal Baird says, I turn into a horrible person on the road.
Oh,
move.
Get out the way.
That's what she said.
She turns into Luda.
Yeah.
Okay. I can see that.
Which makes sense because she's your twin. But
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that.
All right. Next one is in the passing lane.
Mm-hmm.
People do this every morning. Drives me nuts.
What's that?
They enter the freeway and they go all the way to the left lane, which is the
passing lane or fast lane.
And then they go slow.
Just to get back over to the slow lane to make a turn.
Yeah, but they're slowing everything up. People are passing, and they're oblivious. They're like,
right. So the rule of thumb with me is if 2 cars pass me in any lane,
you'll get over.
I need to get over to another lane.
Not me. I will go, and if there's not a car in front of me, because I clearly am trying to go as well. But if I am that car in front and a car's coming up behind me, I'll move over.
Oh, if I see a car coming fast, now I know I'm not going as fast as that car, I would move over too.
Yes, I will move over.
But if I'm just cruising and I'm going at a decent speed and 2 cars pass me, that means that I'm going slow in that lane. I need to get over.
Yeah. I kind of want to like start a new like podcast or a new like YouTube channel where you follow all these damn people that are in the passing lane going slow, and they see people passing them.
Okay.
They see it and they're oblivious. Like, and then they're probably like, "Oh, I always have a clear lane the whole way." Well, no wonder. Right, you're in the wrong lane. Like, I would totally want to follow these people and then talk to them and be like, "Do you realize what that lane is for?" Yeah.
No.
I really feel like a lot of them would be oblivious that that's like bad etiquette.
Until they choke the shit out of you.
Well, I'll take bodyguards.
Okay.
But that would be like a good show, don't you think?
People do not follow nobody home to talking to them about their driving etiquette, all right?
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying, leave those folks alone. Say what you got to say in the comforts of your own car, but do not follow nobody home. Do not listen to this woman. Let's go to the next.
All right, the next one for travel is airport etiquette.
Airport.
So you take the lead on this one.
Okay, airports. A lot of people travel. It's stressful
already.
Yeah. Now it's not as bad as it used to be, where you got to take everything off to your underwear, but it is stressful, right? So when you go to the airport, the first thing that you go to is like the ticket counter, right? And a lot of these places now, not just at the don't just have the ticket counter, but you have to put your own. They got the kiosk.
Yeah,
you got to put your own kiosk stuff in there. Then people don't have their number ready. They don't know how to put the tag on the luggage. They're just standing there and so forth. Yeah, especially when it's busy. You know what I mean? If it's busy, there's always an attendant there. Ask the attendant to help you out with your tags or to check you in. But don't just stand there with a whole bunch of luggage and stuff, prolonging other people to check in.
Yeah, I agree. It's quite annoying.
Yeah, because a lot of places you can't just go up to the counter and individuals check you in anymore. You have to check your own self in using the kiosk. Then you take your luggage to the lady. But they tell you, or the guy, but they tell you, have your ID out, have this out, and then people just stand there oblivious, like they have nowhere to go.
I unfortunately have been that person before, but it was just me not realizing. Like, it went faster than I was ready for,
right?
type thing, but I still moved fairly fast. I didn't still take my time, but it just like, oh, she was ready faster than what I was able to like finally get my luggage together and pull out my ID or whatever.
Right.
But
now TSA, being ready for TSA in general, you standing in that line. There's very few places that when you go through TSA or walk up to TSA, you walk straight to the front of TSA. So you're looking to see what's going on. They're telling you, get your ID out and ready.
Yes.
Right? Once you pass through TSA checkpoint, the ID checker,
right,
then you're standing in another line and they tell you, make sure there's nothing in your pockets.
Yes.
Get your laptop, your electronics out of your stuff. Yeah, take your shoes off or your belt or this, that, and the other.
But people don't. They stand around until they get to the thing.
Right.
And then they're trying to do all of this.
At the belt, and then they walk up to the metal detector and they got change in the pocket or the cell phone in the pocket, and then they walk back out, and that's prolonging you from entering to your gate because people are not ready through TSA.
Or people with their whole, I'm not going to say who in case she's watching, but all your travel shampoos, conditioners. What are those necessities? Like you didn't think to do the travel size because you're taking it through the
you're trying to take it to TSA. The best way to do that, if you are unprepared or you are a traveler that is unprepared like that, get you a pre-check, because pre-check, you ain't got to take off nothing. They just put your bags on there, you walk through, and you're good to go. You don't have to take off your belt, your shoes, and nothing. You're already pre-checked. They trust you for some reason, and then you walk on.
Unless some idiot in pre-check is holding up the line.
Oh yeah, like this dude refused to dump out his water, and they had to do a check on the person's water to make sure it was actually water, because they refused to dump out their water that was in their canister. Last time I went,
annoying.
Pre-check, couldn't stand it.
All right, next one.
The luggage carousel.
All right, speak on it. Yeah.
The luggage carousel. When you reach your destination and they say your bags is at carousel number 1. Okay. You show up at carousel number 1, and then everyone tends to rush right on the line.
Right on it. Like right at the thing.
Until you have to walk to the very back to get your luggage.
Because you can't fit in.
Right? So now when people's bags come out, they're bumping you, trying to get in between you to get their bags. The suggestion is,
if everyone were to stand back 2 feet.
Back up.
Just back up so that when people see their actual luggage, they're the only ones who should be at the carousel. Grab their luggage. There's no one next to them, so they can pull it out and not hit anyone, and then go on their way. So then the next person can do the same thing.
Yes.
It's again, common
but
sense.
Everyone stands right there, especially at the front when it first comes down. And then when the bag first comes off of it, and they're walking down the line and try to hurry up and grab their luggage, bumping folks and stuff like that, that's just not a good look.
It just doesn't make sense.
Right. Just stand back a little bit when you see your bags come off of there, come around.
And then there's us who do follow the etiquette. So everyone's already crowding. So then I'm standing back, and then I'm having to look between people to see if my luggage is even coming. Right. And then when my luggage does come, yes, I'm having to shove through this whole line to get through people. It doesn't make any sense.
Right.
And then you mad at me, looking at me like, why are you shoving yourself in? Because my luggage.
Right. Like you have the sense of entitlement, or you got off the plane first, so you got to be first in line to get your luggage.
It doesn't make no sense.
0 cents. What's next?
Seats.
What about them? Speak on them seats. Speak on it.
There's Southwest, where it's open seating.
The National Black Folks Way of Traveling, Southwest. What else?
So it's open seating, right? And so my thing is this. If you are in the 3 rows and you choose to sit on the first seat, the aisle seat, don't look irritated that when people come and ask, can I sit there, that you got to get up and move or not move at all, so they have to climb over you.
I get that.
Come on now. You sat first. You chose to do that seat instead of the one that's not going to inconvenience people. And I get it. You have a choice. You were there first.
Right. Mike Vasquez, what's up, Squares? he says that people are aggravated now because the prices are so ridiculous.
Yeah.
So, and I can understand where he's coming from. So
you're already coming in pissed.
Right. You're coming in mad because now I have to pay these high rates, and then you climbing all over me.
Yeah.
See, like, hey, you better, you see some seats in the back, you better go to the back so I can have this whole row.
Yeah.
I paid this whole row of prices.
Totally.
Right?
No.
But I see what you're saying, Mike.
So then now on the airlines that are reserved seating, I have seen this a lot where people are like, I reserved this seat and I come and someone's in my seat. They're like, oh, well, my kids are here, or, oh, my partner's here. Well, then you should have got your butt up and reserved your seats earlier, so you guys should have sat together.
Facts.
Why should I have to give up my seat because you didn't plan ahead?
I ain't giving up my seat. If my seat's reserved, I'm on it.
I don't know if you would. I feel like if it's like a couple and say I wasn't with you and you were by yourself, you would be like, yeah, I'll give it up.
It depends on what seat it is, because I'm not sitting in the middle.
Or in the back?
I'll sit in the back.
You will?
Yeah, but I won't sit in the middle.
Yeah.
If it's something where, okay, I can work out something with you, your woman is on one side, you're on the other side, or whatever, and I can put you together and I'm comfortable, I'm good. Correct, but I'm not going to be uncomfortable for you to be comfortable.
Totally.
No, we ain't doing that. I paid the same amount as you did. So we all gonna be either comfortable or uncomfortable. But you ain't gonna be comfortable, and I'm gonna be uncomfortable. Not happening. Not happening.
So that to me is kind of, and I get it. I get the whole kids thing, but I agree. If you didn't plan ahead, knowing you had children and whatever, then
that's not my fault.
Is that really other people's fault?
Yeah, don't give me no sad story.
Yeah, and then don't make me look like the bad guy.
It will make you look like the bad guy. Like, man, you can't.
Like,
can
how
you
dare you? Can't you just no? No. All right, next, children.
Get your kids.
All right. I've been there. I was a single parent. I remember going on the airline with Salem. I get it. I am that person now. I'm older. I don't have children. So granted, I do get a little irritated with crying children. I would never, though, tell somebody anything because I understand how hard it is. Even though my preference is not to be around little ones while I'm traveling, I would never make that parent feel bad and approach them. I would never, even if I was like annoyed by the crying or, just irritable by it.
Right.
I get it.
And I'm not even talking about that. Like, kids crying, to me, that's natural. But if your kid is standing up in the seat, acting a fool,
disrespectful,
doing this, that, and the other, peeking behind the stuff, trying to see what I'm seeing, and talking and throwing stuff or whatever, that's a parenting issue. I agree. A kid is going to cry. I can see that.
But some people do get irritable with children crying.
Oh yeah, there's a video on TikTok now that a guy he's irate.
Yeah. It's not, you can't prevent that. I'm sorry. But also it's hard to prevent a kid who's going to try to look back.
Oh, it is. So it ain't hard.
It is hard.
It ain't hard. It ain't hard.
It's different if you're the parent who, he's fine. Oh, he's just this and that, like making excuses. No,
because what's hard about it?
No, you will sit down, like trying. If I see that you're trying to discipline them and they're just bad or not listening, I can't judge you for it because you are trying.
No, because
if they're not doing anything and they're like, it's cute, then that's when I would get annoyed.
Look, when we went someplace, Roberta, she laid the law down. But you don't do this, you don't do this, blah, blah, blah. You sit there and you shut up.
I hear you.
Your job is to sit on this plane until we land and get off. Don't be looking nowhere. You look forward, you do what you got to do. Nowadays, people are so hesitant to discipline their children because of their surroundings that they let their children run rampant. If your kid gets on a plane and he's acting a fool, that ain't the first time this kid is acting a fool. You allow this kid to act a fool wherever you go.
Well, that's another podcast. But I'm just saying, as the person, and I see they're trying, that's another like judgment.
So you let your kid act a fool the whole time until you get on the plane. Now you're trying to discipline your kid when they get on the plane.
Yes, I understand like the underlying reasoning behind what you're saying. I get it.
Moms does not play. Mike said it correctly. My mama did not play. Roberta told me something. Well, we was in a grocery store or whatnot. You walk beside her. If you
that means y'all were bad kids. Because my mama didn't have to say anything because we were good and understood. We
were not bad. She just let you know if you do decide to step out the lines, she was gonna correct you on spot. Wasn't no wait till you get home.
Before you even thought about it.
Wasn't no wait to get home and let's go to the dressing room. On spot. All right, what else we got?
All right, last one for airport is reclined seats or elbow room.
Well, the reclining seats.
Yeah.
I've been flying, especially like with the military and even after the military with my job and stuff now. And I've never reclined my seat.
I have.
I've never.
I feel like you have.
When?
Recently.
Nah. Because if you recline your seat, it goes from here to
If you get a window seat, you don't normally.
Because it goes here to here.
You're like, I'm still upright.
Yeah, I'm like, I got to scoot down in my seat to recline. No, bro. I just never recline my seat.
I don't recline often, but on long flights, on the last flight when we were like miserable getting to the Dominican, I did recline my seat then.
No,
Screw that.
I did not.
Because for that many hours and we were already tired to try to like sleep upright, it wasn't going to happen.
I did not.
Yeah. So reclined seats. I saw this video. Oh my God. This man was pissed that the guy in front of him was trying to recline his seat to where he was kicking the seat. And then the guy was like, your seat's reclined. So you can recline yours, but you're not allowing me to recline mine? No, I don't think. It was like this huge thing.
Okay.
And then along with that is elbows. So I heard recently, I've never heard this before, that they claim etiquette is if the person in the middle gets both armrests.
No, you sitting like this the whole time. You get like this? You get both armrests in the middle?
The other people on the outside at least get, because if the people on the outside of you are both this way, then you get nothing.
Exactly. That's what you get for booking your flight too late.
Wow.
It's called the bitch
I don't know
seat.
Wow. It is. Well, then that means I always get the bitch seat.
You said that. I didn't.
Yeah, because you always get the window seat and I always sit by you.
But you don't have to worry about elbow room because you can easily lean over.
I do like cuddle into him. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, you don't have to worry about the elbow room. But if
it's strangers, you can't like
lean on the stranger. So that's why you get that seat. Plus, you like 4'11" anyway, so you don't even reach the elbow thing. You know? All right, what we got next? But I've never heard that the middle seat guy. I haven't either,
but I thought it was interesting. So if any of you guys agree, chime in.
Yes, I've never heard that before.
Yeah, that's an interesting thing that I heard.
Both armrests if you're sitting in the middle seat of an airplane. I've never heard that before.
It doesn't mean you're all like this, but you're at least able to kind of spread out a bit.
Okay.
All right, so now we're moving on to cruise/resorts.
Yes.
All right. So we have been for our honeymoon. We went to Mexico and we did an all-inclusive. That's where this topic started.
Right.
Then on the cruise, same thing happened where people go and they reserve their pool seat, their chair in advance, and they're not even sitting there. They just go to put their stuff on the seat and then go on with their day.
Yes,
annoys
at crack of dawn.
Yes.
You get up at the crack of dawn, you run down there and you put a bag or something down there. To the point where one time I guess I jumped on board and had to do that.
We did. Well, the thing is after a few days of us not getting a seat, we finally had to kind of fall in line and do it, or we would have spent our whole honeymoon not being able to sit anywhere.
Right. So then
we had to start.
Yeah, I did it, and then we had a little balcony, and I watched the balcony, and then I guess this guy was from like Italy or something like that. Him and his girl moved my stuff. So then I had to go down and kind of check the dude real quick about moving my stuff.
And he was like, no, it was already moved. We're like, bro, our balcony's right there. We literally saw you do it.
So I almost had to choke somebody out real quick because he kind of disrespected my
intelligence.
No,
what?
My gangster.
Oh,
he tried to disrespect my gangster real quick. So I had to let him know, hey, this right here, this is my what do you call it? Cabana. Yeah, this is my cabana. We had cabanas. Right, so
yes, but they did that on the cruise too, and I just think that the attendants or the workers there shouldn't allow it. I think if a seat is vacant for so long, then I take your towels, whatever else is there, we'll put in lost and found, and it's open for other people.
Yeah,
maybe like a 45 to an hour.
Because some people will leave their stuff there like all day and never even go.
Hours.
Well, they might not even go.
Yes,
to the
it's
pool.
Like hours. Like we were there, and there was seats that we never even saw people.
Yeah, and they had their stuff there for the whole day.
I just think it's again, people are so all about them and not just being considerate. That's the world we live in right now, and it's really sad.
Okay.
But then again, on the other end, like I said, we had to eventually fall in line too, but I didn't feel good about it. But you kind of fall in line with it, because if not, then you do get the short end of the stick.
Yeah, you're not going to get, especially around the pool area, in the prime areas around the pool, people would do that all the time. So if you didn't get one of those, either you were out in the sun or you were in the very back somewhere where they didn't have any type of shade.
Yeah, or
to cover you.
They did have a lot open because we had a reserved cabana, but it was on the beach. But they didn't have attendants on the beach. So it was our honeymoon. We were like wanting to drink and stuff. So we did choose to be at the pool instead.
Right.
But we did do our cabana on the beach like twice, I think. Yeah, or what?
Yeah.
Once or twice.
It was nice. It was further back from the beach area, but it was real nice.
Yeah, but we just wanted people waiting on us.
Yeah.
Instead of having to keep like getting dressed and going back to go get the drinks.
Correct.
But anyways, all right. Lines. People not respecting lines or like knowing what a line is. Like, where is that? You see a line of people and you're like, oh, they're just in line for something else. Most likely not for the line that I'm needing to be in.
On this cruise, this happened twice where somebody tried to so-called jump the line.
Yeah, so we were at the dessert line, me and my sister.
At the buffet.
At the buffet.
At the buffet.
Was not a fan, but we were at the dessert line and this lady's like walking around and she was like, I just need a slice of pie. And my sister's like, everyone is in line for a slice of pie.
Right.
Right. And the lady in front of us, it was her and her son, and she was a Black woman. And she says, thank you guys for saying something. Everyone expects me to say something, and then I'm the angry one.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel her. And so she's like, so thank you for saying, she told my sister, thank you for saying something.
Yeah. And
it's
the same
like,
thing.
Hello, no, duh, no, like we're in line.
Right. And then after that, we were at the customer service line because for some reason our key card didn't work our door. And there was a line to talk to customer service. And this lady just walks up and she was like, oh, I just need to ask a question real quick.
We all
stand in the line to ask a question, lady. So no, because you know how that goes. You ask a question and all of a sudden somebody's spending 30 minutes trying to figure out what the heck is going on with your issue. It
doesn't make any sense. People are just so self-absorbed.
Right. So if there was a line, don't think just because you believe your issue is simple
or more important than others.
More important than what other people have going on. Yeah. Stand in the line just like everyone else is standing in the line.
Yeah.
I hate that. Another thing I hate, and not just on the cruise, is let's say you're at Walmart, right? And you're at a line, or you're at any grocery store and you're in a line. And then they open up a new register. And then they said, okay, this register open. I'll take the next customer.
The people in the
back try to hurry up and come to the front.
Bothers me.
Bro.
Yeah.
Wait in the back of the line. The next person in this line should be the first person in that line.
I agree.
That just bothers me. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
Whatever. If you have an issue and there's a line, wait your butt in the line just like everybody else. Your issue is not more important than everybody else's, no matter how quick you think you're going to be in and out.
Yeah.
Period.
I agree.
What's the next one?
All right. Next one, we're talking children again.
Get your children.
Okay, your kids. Tell everyone what your main issue with the children on the cruise was.
On the cruise itself, you would think it'd be like the buffet or this, that, and the other. That was not my issue. My issue is I'm laying in bed. The walls are thin. The hallways are kind of narrow.
Yes.
And you got kids running up and down these hallways.
Like running, like sprinting.
Like sprinting. You'll hear parents saying stop. Yeah. You don't hear parents saying stop running, this, that, and the other. They're just running and yelling up and down the hall.
I don't think that they were with a parent.
Get your kids. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Get your kids. You know what I mean?
And I understand, like, we're on a ship, and I feel like with people on a ship, granted, me as a mother, I would never let my son just run around without me being there. Like, if he wanted to go to the children's side, I'd be there with him. I wouldn't be at the adult pool while my son. No.
Right. One of the things I do commend them, and I've never seen, or on this cruise, I didn't see kids in the adult areas. You know, when adults are just chilling, like at the bar or, you know, outside the comedy clubs and stuff like that. I didn't see any kids. They had an arcade. I seen the kids in the arcade doing their thing.
Yeah.
I didn't see them in the casino, this, that, and the other. They were very respectful with that. But however, when you're trying to sleep or you're in your cabin or whatever you're doing, you just hear them running up and down the halls. I hope you don't do that at your own house. Why would you let them do that out in on a cruise, especially with the amount of noise that stuff makes?
Again, like you just told me about the plane, if they ain't regulating their kid at home, what makes you
I agree. I said I hope that they don't do it at their house, but I'm pretty sure they do. If your kid just takes off running on a cruise ship, you know they be running in other people's houses and whatnot.
Yeah. So, buck wow.
Get your kids.
Yeah. And then this will be yours. Traveling with others.
Oh. Travel with the people that you are traveling with.
What do you mean by that?
Travel with the people you are traveling with.
Okay, but give us specifics.
There was a couple, and they were from England, Great Britain, England, whatever you want to call it.
They had an accent.
The lady, I guess she was in a hurry.
Was trying to rush.
She was trying to rush because we were debarking. We were getting off this boat. So she was in a rush to get off the boat. She was traveling with, which I take was her husband. She decided to hurry up, so she jumped
trying to get him.
Right, and then when she jumped us, her husband was behind us
and didn't hurry.
He was trying to get his stuff together. Blah blah blah. They were shooting shots at each other in a full-blown argument.
Yeah, and she left her luggage in between us, and my sister and her husband were in front of us. Mm-hmm. So she squeezed in between our group, left her luggage, and would go behind us to go argue with her husband.
Like, you
should have hurried. Yeah. And just go back there with him. Right. It's only 2 people. You didn't really get that far.
So then I stepped in and said, look, to avoid further argument.
You were kind of a dick about it.
Because they were arguing on the person. I said, to avoid a further argument.
Ooh, I like that.
Oh, my God. I told him straight up, to avoid a further argument between the 2 of y'all, why don't you just go up there? Just cut, dude. Just cut in the line. Yeah. And he was like, thank you, blah, blah, blah.
I feel like he was embarrassed.
It doesn't matter if he was embarrassed.
I know, but I'm just saying, especially with you approaching him, telling him, like, we hear you, see
Which was more embarrassing, me telling him that or those 2 arguing loudly in front of everyone about who was slow, who left who?
I hear you. But I'm just saying, because you acknowledged him instead of just ignoring him, it kind of brought it to the forefront.
Everyone was listening to them anyway.
I hear you.
But you left me and you didn't go fast enough and it's messed up because I was waiting for this, that, and the other. I don't want to hear that. Dude.
I don't know how he understand that. Were they talking English?
Yeah.
Oh, see. They had a thick accent, so my ears weren't calculating the words.
From England? What kind of accent? What day?
It was still a deep accent.
Oh, no, they were talking.
So I wasn't really understanding. Yeah, I didn't really hear the conversation.
Yeah, they were talking about who left who and why they left each other and stuff like that. I was just like, come on, man. Y'all don't need to be arguing. Just cut, dude. Just one person. Just cut and go.
And then they ended up getting out of the line anyways.
Yeah, and went in a different direction as we did. So it's like, whatever.
Yeah, it was kind of pointless. So we experienced all of these things in this one trip. Mm-hmm. And you can get quickly lose your temper.
You can
quickly get irritated and irritable with people.
Yes.
But again, it's about not being so self-centered and just looking at your surroundings. Also thinking about, how did they say, what's done unto others? How is that saying? Do unto the others as
you want done to you.
Something like
that. Yeah.
Right. So it's like, just be considerate of other people. It doesn't take that much.
Right. When you're traveling, there's more people that are involved in your travel than just you. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. If I'm unprepared and I know I'm unprepared, I should move to the side and let those people that are prepared to go around me. Or I should prepare myself. I even do that at restaurants.
Better. Like if I'm looking at the menu and I'm not ready and there's someone coming, hey, if you guys are ready, feel free.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes. And that's how it should be. If you're not ready, then let the people that are ready, that took the time to prepare themselves, go ahead and do what they got to do, because your actions could be the end up in a bad result for somebody else. Like your actions, you holding up the line, could prevent me from catching my flight on time, maybe, or something happens.
Could lead to safety issues, right? If you're rushing, or say, like we said at the airport, like the luggage carousel, you're crowding, so then they're, pulling their huge, and some people have huge luggage, and you're trying to pull it off. Not me. And you hit people with your luggage, that's not good too. Then they're pissed that you hit them with it. Well, move.
Some people have huge luggage. Okay. I'm just going to leave it at that.
Move on. Moving on.
Yeah. Or move. Or if you have that huge luggage, then go to the end. So then when your luggage comes around that corner, just pick it up where nobody's really at. But don't knock people over just because you want to get your luggage off.
But again, first. Any of this, like I said, could injure others.
Could.
Yeah. So just be considerate of others and be kind.
Yes.
Be kind. It doesn't take a lot. It doesn't take money to be kind. Just be kind, people.
No matter how much your tickets cost or how much it costs you to travel Mike Vasquez, just do not be rude, be kind to others, and just realize that you either going somewhere where you're going to enjoy yourself or coming back someplace where you can enjoy the comforts of your own home.
And don't be a dick.
Don't be disrespectful to anyone, period. I don't know about that D word, but yeah, just don't be disrespectful, because it makes for a horrible trip when you're upset from the start.
Well, also now, because we were saying like road rage here in New Mexico is really bad. So sometimes like arguing with people who are unstable to begin with, that you don't know if they are unstable, over, getting ahead 2 cars or 2 people or 2 minutes is not worth your life.
Yeah, I would agree.
I
would agree. So pick your battles.
And but have fun traveling.
Have fun traveling. But those are some of the things that we have covered, from road trips to airports to cruises. We're talking about etiquette, travel etiquette. Just make sure that you are prepared. Make sure that you are ready to get on that road, get on that plane, get on that boat, and do what you got to do.
Jeanette says, I agree. Don't be a dick.
Yeah. Just be prepared and understand that not everyone's going to be in the same mood as you are. But don't let other people ruin your vacation or your travel plans.
Totally agree. They did not ruin ours, huh, babe?
I was good. I was good. Did nobody ruin my plans?
We were a little irked, but didn't let us.
No,
it didn't ruin our vacation.
No,
so
because they have things. If you want to go on a vacation and you don't want children around, they have resorts that don't allow children. If you want to go on a cruise or whatever, they have places that don't allow children.
But they also have ones with just children. So
it just depends on what floats your boat.
Yeah, I agree.
Right.
So we hope you guys enjoyed today.
Yes.
This was a fun one for me just because it was so fresh and we experienced a lot of it. So we hope you guys join us every Thursday. 6 p.m. Mountain Time. And we just do a variety of topics. So if you have one specific that you'd like to have us do or even chime in on or work with us together to talk about, we're all for it.
We'd love to have you on, no matter if it's voice-wise. You can always call in, or if you want a video with us, we are more than welcome, more than willing to have you on the show.
Yeah.
Cool?
Cool.
Until next time, I think the score is
oh my God.
6-0. The Lions. Okay. I appreciate you guys joining in. We really appreciate you guys' support.
Yes.
And the weekend is coming up. I hope you guys have a safe and wonderful weekend.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.